Are you ready for a good chat? Go on and tune in to the Go On Then podcast. It's your place to go with your host, David GSA Wrestling, and co-host, Ryan Iconic Shadows.
And welcome to the third episode of the Go On Then podcast with your host, David GSA Wrestling.
And me, Ryan Iconic Shadows.
And today we are doing games we were looking forward to in 2021 and what we think about the WWE drama and AEW. So we'll start with games and we'll talk about what's coming out. I've got a couple of lists. I don't know if you know them all. Marvel Avengers DLC, obviously Wakanda came out already. What did you think of Wakanda?
It was okay from what I played. I think they could have added a bit more explanation on some things. Like I don't know if it's just on Black Panther's standing emote, but I never actually saw how or if you could even get his Wakanda Forever pose yet, or if it's just going to be later on.
Yeah, I feel like they've added. I feel like it might get added because they've already just added his Marvel skin. You know, his actual Black Panther skin. They've added that into the game yesterday, so I feel like it will get added. I feel like they're just waiting for it to drop it. There is a rumor though that they're gonna make. Someone said they suggested that like rather than having like where you have to pay for skins and when you pay for like attributes and like finishes and shit, rather sack that off and make us pay for the DLC instead.
I prefer that, to be honest.
Like so we have to pay £15 a DLC or £20 a DLC rather than paying like £15 for a fucking skin.
Yeah, definitely. Because when you think about it, it'd be easier to then see. Oh, if I play so long in this today, or if I do this many quests or something, I'll be able to get this many skins to whatever character I'm playing as and stuff, rather than having to pay for them.
Do you know what? I feel like you pay for the DLC anyway, because when you buy the battle pass, it's like £10 anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you technically buy if you buy the battle pass in the game, then I've bought everybody's battle pass. So like I bought Hawkeye's, I bought Kate Bishop's, and I bought Black Panther's the other week, and it cost me like £20 for all three. But I'd completed most of Kate Bishop's, I'd nearly finished Hawkeye's, and I feel like I did Black Panther in like 2 days. Probably shouldn't have done because now I've got fuck all to do till the release. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got nothing to do now till the release. The rumour is though, the 4th of, so maybe not the next podcast, the podcast after, the roadmap might be out for Marvel Avengers so we can talk about it, but like the roadmaps might be dropping like the 4th of September because that's been a year since the game's been released. So we might have a bigger update next week about it, but I feel like Spider-Man's confirmed, and then it's who they're going to release next because they will release one more before the end of the year. The rumour is it's Doctor Strange.
That could be interesting.
I feel like if they're going to do that, they could do Doctor Strange and then PlayStation, they could drop Spider-Man in like as an extra like one mission on his own with Doctor Strange. Also, you know what I mean? Selling like if they dropped it like December, like beginning of December, it would tie in with the movie coming out on the 17th, and then they could do like a double bungle deal for the Marvel event. Like that's what I would do. I'd drop it fucking coming up to Christmas, and then I'd do a double bungle deal for like the Marvel exclusive character in game. You know what I mean? So like with the War of Wakanda, they've done that. Obviously now they've just released the Black Panther actual attire. I feel like if they did one with Doctor Strange in the new movie and Spider-Man, then it would work well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could do it.
Definitely, yeah. I see what you mean.
They could release it over Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Leave it out for a week, they get the movie, and then release it for Christmas. Like as a Christmas present. They could release it for free, but they're not going to. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, if you want there's a free Black Panther skin in the store for Marvel. Just a shout out for you. I know I said it before. Yeah. Creed and Rocker game. Now, you might not know this, I do. They've done like a big time Rumble game with Creed and Apollo Creed, the young Creed, Rocker, Mr. T, and Ivan Drago and his son, and it's coming out next week on the 10th.
All right.
Obviously, it'll be out before this podcast, but like we're recording this like beginning of September, so that's why. But yeah, it's maybe coming out on the 10th of September. So
I've got a bit of news, as far as I'm aware anyway. It's a bit of strange, I don't know why it's been delayed, but the physical version of Sonic Colors Ultimate, at least in Europe anyway, I think it's been delayed until October 1st for some reason. But you can get it digitally, I think. But because I know a lot of people like the physical actual game rather than getting it digital. Apparently, it's been delayed for people in Europe until like beginning of October for whatever reason.
I'm more of a physical gamer. I buy the game.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm terrible for it. I should just buy. The thing is, like, I might start buying games on the PlayStation Store because it's so much easier just to delete and re-download. But like, I feel like when it's got like with the WWE games, I usually buy the deluxe edition with the fucking collector's edition as well. Do you know what I mean? So like, that's probably why I end up buying it. But I shouldn't do because it's like 200 fucking quid for the game. Do you know what you like?
Honest, I've been over time being a bit of a collector, so I'm the same to be honest. I like to have games physically because you never know when it's going to be taken off or something.
It's ironic that WWE's on here and Sonic Color was, so I didn't know I was going to bring Sonic Color up, so you've nailed that one. WWE, we can talk about 2K20. We won't know anything till January. Enjoy. Like,
More than likely they're just going to push it back until next year because they want to be able to say all this. Oh, by the way, the game's coming out in March.
I feel like, no, have you not heard the other rumour? If it's not out by March, they get fired.
Oh, if they want to delay it again.
Yeah, Vince has let him down. Because he's let him delay it, but apparently he's not happy about it. And he said, like, if they don't fucking pull the finger out their ass, they're going to lose the rights and they're going to sell it to, like, EA or somewhere for the rights. So, yeah, they better pull the finger out. They better nail this game. All the pressure's on them this year. If they don't nail this game, they're done. Like, as a developer for 2K, they're done. Like, they're fully done. Do you know what I mean? Like, the thing is, they've had free, but if they're releasing this game shite, like, there's still problems with the game. Like, you can tell graphically, there's still problems with the game. Like, with Drew McIntyre's entrance, it didn't look like fucking Drew McIntyre at all.
It looks like they went, oh, we've made Edge finally look like Edge. Unfortunately, Drew McIntyre now does not look like Drew McIntyre. Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, if you're gonna make the graphics sick, make the graphics sick. Don't be like, and then that. Did you hear the port? Did you hear the right? They posted out a tweet the other day, and this is fucking raised my blood pressure. They went, oh well, we don't want to post loads of videos because obviously we're working on the game and developing it, and obviously that takes time away from. I'm like, fucking shut the fuck up.
It does not. You do that all the time.
You post a 2-minute fucking video, and you're like, oh my god, it's a 2-minute video. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Like I was like I do an hour video and it takes like 5 hours to edit. You're doing a 2-minute clip, it takes me like 2 seconds for fucking edit it. It's like done. What the fuck are you on about? Like, I was like, oh, kiss my ass. Yeah, I was like I'm not bigged up for it. Like, I was pissed off when they moved it back. I feel like October's been its its release date for fucking how many years?
Yeah, it's usually October, September time.
Like, the only reason I know it's a bit like since I've been a kid, it's been October because every time I'd be like, my mum would be like, what do you want for fucking WWE? You know what I mean? Like every year for like years, like my mum came to me with, what do you want? I'll have WWE 2K. Well, you know, WWE 2. It was the fuck was it 2011 or whatever? You know, back then it was obviously numbers.
Yeah, SmackDown versus Raw sort of thing.
Yeah. Like, and that's for that, and like. I feel like taking that date away is taken away from my birthday and I'm fucking fuming. So 2K kiss my ass in the nicest possible way. Not impressed. I honestly, I've never felt so negative about a game before it's even fucking, they've showed a proper trailer of it. Like, I've never felt, like, Battlegrounds, I bought Battlegrounds, I fucking hate Battlegrounds. I played it a handful of times and you could tell people just generally didn't care. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I bought 2K20 and that's still fucking... Honestly, I was recording 2K20 the other day and it fucking crashed 3 times trying to boot up a fucking fatal an 8-man. Or so it was no, it wasn't. It was 3 tag teams. You know when you have a tag team versus a tag team versus a tag team. I had like, by this point, by the way, the video will be out, maybe out. It probably will be out actually. I was doing all like the Raw tag team versus the NXT tag team versus the SmackDown tag team for the draft. And
oh yeah.
It fucking crashed 4 times. Honestly, it took so long. I was like, I just want to die. But the thing is, it takes away from me recording because I'm like, do I really want to fucking record? Because I know what's going to happen, and like, I now I know I've got to record till like March next year with this game, and like I've already recorded like 2 years with this game, and it's doing my fucking nutting. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds like you've recorded a few too many videos, and you've been burnt out. To be honest, that can happen on a lot of games.
Mate, the thing is, like, on YouTube, I've done so many videos. I feel like I'm burnt out anyway. But like, I try and put a brave face on and grind through what I need to get done. I'm so burnt out. I've done 2 years straight. I worked it out the other day. I started like October, and I've been doing a video every day for 2 years. And at some point, my body's just gonna give up, and I'm like, no. I need to get like 3 months ahead again, so I can take a break and then refresh. But we'll see what happens. Here's a game we can talk about because it's coming out in like. It's even this. I think it's this month coming. FIFA 2022. That's so hard to say numbers now.
I'm not much of a FIFA guy. I play occasionally just for a bit of a laugh, but that's about it.
I've got FIFA 21, and do you know what? I'm not gonna add the 2 O's. I'm just gonna add the fucking year, the like last bit of the year. I've got 21. They're not doing that much to make me want to buy the game. Like, I feel like the thing with FIFA is it's the same basic game, just refreshed and revamped. And like, don't get me wrong, there is cool shit they've added this year, but I feel like I'll wait till it goes down in price. They've added like fireworks, you know, when you score a goal, and you can add your own music background, you can add your own like scoring animation. Like, it's sick, and like you can make the arena like, you know, your own arena, like, so you've got like, you can change the seats and like the banners and stuff. That's sick, but like, it sounds like a minor update considering you're bringing out a brand new game for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they could have sold it as like a bungle onto this game, and it wouldn't have made much difference. But everybody.
No, but the problem is, one of the things I've always not liked about FIFA is how, yeah, basically, because I just don't understand how they still get away with it. Like, how much they charge for it, and people still buy it. Like, my brother has told me, and I think Ed might be getting it as well. The Ultimate Edition. I was like, yeah, but you're justifying paying extra money for a game that you can get base price for that you've already paid last year for.
Yeah, it makes no sense because like the Ultimate Team makes no sense because you spend so much money on Ultimate Team. You must spend like, I bet you they make like £500 a week on fucking Ultimate Team, if not more. Right?
Yeah.
And you do that every fucking year. What the fuck? Like, you just make it like
Isn't that the definition of insanity there, Dave?
Yeah. You know, like fucking, like, right. This is another thing that could link in with WWE. I hope WWE don't take the concept from Battleground and move it onto WWE 2K20. So, because if they do, I'm done.
Pay for each.
Like, I'm done. Like, if they do it, I'm done. Like, I'm generally not asked. Like, I feel like if you pay, I feel like that's the way games are going, and I don't like it. Like, I get Marvel Avengers, like, going back to Marvel Avengers, I get them selling skins because they're giving you free shit in the game. But, like, you can't do that in 2K22. It wouldn't make sense because, like, the player base isn't there to do it. Like, people are used to just buying the game and getting DLC for free. Or buying, like, the season pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's been the concept for years. Maybe it needs switching up, but at the same time, don't go to, like, buy every fucking superstar or buy which superstar you want. It just won't work. People will not pay for it.
No, I don't want to pay for it. I did not get the game. I got it. I think
free.
it became a plus game. Yeah. I just haven't. I ain't even downloaded it. I just added it to a library. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to maybe play eventually. Mate. And then get disappointed because I have to pay for stuff that I shouldn't have to pay for.
No, you can unlock it, but like you have to put like. You can unlock it in game like you can do with WWE 2K22, but like 20, you know, where you can buy stuff like you can get like so much V currency and that pays for it, or you can just buy the season pass. It is like that, but like there's such a money grab in that game, it's ridiculous. Like I can't be asked because like you feel like every fucking month you've got to put like 10-20 quid in game just by because you can't be asked grinding because like I want to see what the characters look like, but I can't be asked grinding. You know what I mean? It's a fucking. Like, if it was an enjoyable game, people won't have to buy shit, but it's not enjoyable. And the base mode's basically shit. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. 2K, you're on your last one, and with that, and FIFA, kiss my ass. I'm not, like, if you go down to 20 quid, I'll think about it, but until that time, no. Battlefield, 2042. Isn't this the first Battleground, Battlefield in, like, 2-3 years? It's been a while since Battlefield last game, hasn't it?
Yeah, because they used to compete with COD, don't they? I haven't really played many of them at all.
Let's put it this way. The rumours are Battlefield is going to shit on COD this year. And it might be the end of COD. Like, the rumour is, like, it's going to shit on COD. Like, really bad. They're doing their own Battle Royale in-game. Apparently it's 10 times better than fucking COD's. Like, if it's 10 times better than COD's, COD have done. Like, I don't know if you've heard about the new COD game. It's World War II revamped again under a new name.
Wow, I like how you said again there.
Mate, I don't know how many times you can play.
Again.
No, but like, I don't know how many times you can play through World War II and be like, it's a new game. It's just not. It's just revamped with a new fucking.
Just like,
with
yeah,
new
this is fine. This is totally not the same game you've already got.
But like, I can get people could say that about WWE. You know what I mean? When like, obviously it's just a reskin. You know what I mean? But like, there's a difference. There's new characters added every time. You know what I mean? Or there's new characters took out or whatever. You know what I mean? There's always some. With COD, it's the same fucking 6 characters that's been the same 6 characters for the last 20 fucking years, based out. And they had a few extras. Ooh, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, you get like fucking 2 new characters, yay! It just doesn't make sense.
But he hasn't got hair this time. He's totally different.
To reskin it, like, to reskin it. Oh, it's got no hair, yeah! Shut up, you're done. Right, this is going to be, COD's going to be in a further podcast because I'm going to rip the piss out of COD and probably Ryan will join in. But like, I feel like Battlefield might shit on COD and that's where Battlefield might get a buy this year. I'm not buying the new COD. I've already said it because like the last 2 CODs I've bought and I've played 3 months and sacked it off. Right,
I remember a few times where you'd be like, oh, I'm playing this at the moment, sort of thing, and I see you, I'm like, oh, I just can't be arsed with COD. I used to play it a lot, just the offline mode, but that's about it.
Do you know what it is? And I said this to Nathan, and I summed it up in 2 words. Not original. COD is not original.
No.
It's the same fucking 20 maps they've recycled 15 fucking times, but they change it slightly for make it different. And
It's like when they get people hyped up that Nuketown's in the game, and it's like, yeah, but you're gonna do it so many times and it'd be original, like.
I love how my phone's recorrected me, and this doesn't make sense, but it does. It's meant to be Guardians of the Galaxy, but it says Garden of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't know if there's a chance this game might be getting delayed, because I think we'll just have to wait and see, but I think
No,
it'll be a good game.
it is meant to be out this year. It is meant to be out at Christmas, before Christmas. The problem I've got with it, you only play as one character.
That doesn't bother me too much.
It doesn't bother me, but at the same time it bothers me because like with Avengers, there's a reason I play Avengers for like a long period of time. I feel like it's gonna be one and done. I feel like even if they added like a DLC or whatever, it's gonna be based at like, do you know what I mean? Like there's nothing to add to that game. It's gonna be play through the campaign, it's done. There's no multiplayer, there's no nothing, and games like that don't succeed nowadays. If they've not got a multiplayer base, then nobody can be asked. So I feel like it might be a flop.
Don't know, we'll just have to see. I think it'll still be good. Like, sometimes you gotta have like these single player games where people get invested and enjoy playing it.
Right, let's talk about your favourite game. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Remastered.
I'll definitely be getting this as soon as it comes out.
Are you buying the deluxe edition, like where you get both, or are you just buying one?
I'll just be buying Diamond because I think Ed's going to be getting Pearl, and I think we'll be getting like another.
You do know
Switch
you can just put your money. You do know you could put it together, like put your money together and just buy it.
Yeah, I know that. Got, it comes in the one case. It comes like a metal case, so like only one of us would have the case, and the other person would just have the game.
The only reason I'd buy both is if I could trade over, and I don't know if I could trade. I could probably trade over, to be honest, so I might end up buying both. Call of Duty we've already talked about. WWE we've already covered. Jurassic World 2. The game, not the movie. There's an app. I don't know if you knew there was a game. I didn't even know there's an original game, and apparently they've upgraded it and made it better. If you've not played the original game, it was on sale for like 12 quid, 14 quid. And it's like Jurassic Park. It's like you create, it's like roller coaster typhoon.
Oh yeah.
It's like that with dinosaurs.
I don't know about that personally.
Mate, I just go and watch my channel. I've just put like fucking last 2 months I put about 60 hours into it. I played through it all the way through. I even did like the extension pack, like Claire's extension pack, you know, where it's like, I did, the original Jurassic World, like the Welcome to Jurassic Park. I did that DLC. I think I did like 3 DLCs back to back. I did Doctor Wu's as well. Mate, it took so long just doing the original campaign with Doctor Wu's extension pack.
I don't know how you do it with some of the games that you play sometimes. Like I couldn't last that long on some of those games that you play.
Yeah, I feel like I've got to be properly engrossed with the storyline, and like I was engrossed because I wanted to get it completed. You know what I mean? So that's probably what I got for her. Jurassic World 2, I'm gonna say I'm looking forward to it. They've added that water, the one that goes underwater in the movie.
Oh right, yeah.
They've added that, and I'm
I'm
pissed because I feel like they should have added it to Jurassic World 1. I don't feel like they should. I don't know. It depends on what they sell. If it looks like a different game, I'll buy it because I really enjoyed playing Jurassic World. But if it just looks like the same game, I'll wait for it to go down in price and I'll probably buy it.
I think it's only a Switch game. I haven't played the remake of the other one, but I heard there's going to be. I don't know if it's a remake or not. I'll have to double check. There's something I should have double checked before mentioning it anyway. But there's going to be. So you probably heard me talk about the Persona series. I think that's spun from a series called Shin Megami Tensei. That's getting I think it's either a sequel or another remaster of an old game. Shin Megami Tensei 5. I think it's Switch only. Could be an interesting game. We'll mention it because there could be people that are quite excited about it. You've got Five Nights at Freddy's supposed to be getting a new game. I don't know if that's still coming out this year or not because I think it might have been delayed from new stuff. So we'll just have to see about that. Like I said, there's a lot of games coming out. It's just remembering them all.
I've got two that one that's obviously Pokemon related, and that's the new Pokemon game that they're bringing out after Christmas. Technically.
Oh, the Pokemon Arceus thing.
Yeah. So that looks really good, and I'm probably I've got to buy a Switch, to be honest. That's my next fucking protocol to buy a Switch.
No, definitely think you should. You can get them quite cheap.
Well, 200 odd quid I was looking at the other day when I looked at one.
I think it depends if you want a brand new one.
I was going
or
to new
one. Or if you want the portable one, or if you want the one you can put into TV as well as bring it about.
Yeah, no, I want both. I've had the portable one. I'm not a fan. I'd rather sit and play it on the TV. Harry Potter is getting a game.
I just hope it comes out and it's good. I think
it might be delayed. I've heard rumours it's getting delayed. I've heard rumours. I don't know if it is. It might be one that we bring up when they bring another trailer out. I don't know. But it's back end of the year. It's meant to be like Christmas time. So we'll have to wait and see with that one.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those where it's probably put delay to be confirmed 2021. But then it's probably going to be delayed until at least next year.
No, I think it was meant to be Christmas, but I heard rumours it was getting delayed again because Avengers got delayed like fucking a year because of thingy COVID. Harry Potter. I'm just typing it in. Game. That new Harry Potter movie's coming out, and we never mentioned that the other day as well. I think it's that one. I hope it's this one. I feel like no, that's not it. Can you remember what the new one's called? I remember it's Harry Potter, but I can't remember what the actual.
The new Fantastic Beasts one.
No, yeah, the movie obviously, but I mean the game. Yeah. I can't remember what the actual game's called because there's been that many fucking Harry Potter games now. Lego got their own version. Harry Potter PS4. Let's have a look. I might have to just type in PS4. Hogwarts Legacy, it's called. The new one.
I think from what I remember, I think hopefully it'll be quite.
It has. It's been knocked back.
Yeah.
Pre-ordered to deliver to be what's TBC?
To confirmed.
All right, 2022. So it has been knocked back.
Yeah, I thought it might have been. It's probably those sort of games, just because, for what I can tell, I'm gonna. Well, this is what I hope anyway. I hope you get to pick your own sort of like create your own character. I hope from what I hope it's in depth as well. I hope you can be in your own like house. It's not predetermined on certain things and stuff. Because there's a thing that you can do online. I don't know if you're interested in doing it or if you like Harry Potter, but there's a thing you can do online. I think it's on one of their official websites where you can do this like quiz and it tells you what your house would be. And I got Slytherin.
We could do that in a podcast. We could do that in a podcast, a future podcast. Just do that in a future podcast.
I think what we should do is, because I've already done it, we should do it. And you like by that I mean you should do it while we're doing it, and then we'll see what you get.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that. We'll do that. We could do that in the next one because, like, obviously we don't want to. I feel like we've done quite a bit on gaming, so like we might swing it into the next one. But what I can see from the pictures, you get to find. You remember the fucking bird Harry Potter fled?
Yeah.
The Gruffalo, or whatever it was. You know, the fucking bird eagle thing. Yeah. And you get to fight a troll.
That should be good. I think it's also set in the past as well. It's not like a recent thing.
And there's a dragon. There's a dragon in it as well. It looks quite. It looks in detail. It looks sick, but like, that's maybe why it's been knocked back. I just hope it's not like Avengers where it's just buggy as shit when it first comes out. But we'll just have to wait and
Yeah,
see.
it's been the problem with quite a lot of games on it, really, where they'll say it's all ready to go when they should have delayed it. Like Cyberpunk, that's still being updated to hell. Like I didn't pay for it, I missed got it me as a gift. I've
Yeah.
enjoyed this all that I've played with it. I haven't had that many bugs, and the bugs I have had, I've just been able to laugh it off because I just enjoyed the game for what it is.
I would have done that with 2K20, but holy shit! Like
Yeah.
when there's one point where like she stood in the ring and there's like you can see the motion of her falling out the fucking ring, and I'm like, bro, how am I meant to be I meant to be sucked into the storyline? Like when someone's invisible, it's fucking John Cena at ring. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? Right. Speaking of WWE, while we mentioned it so much, let's talk about the WWE release list. Fucking hell, this should be interesting. Let's start with Brandus Reed.
Bronson Reed, yeah.
Yeah, what don't really care. No, I wasn't a fan.
I think the problem is they're now saying that they want NXT to be like all up and comers, but yet they've got rid of him. Like that makes no sense.
Bobby Fish.
Hopefully he goes to like RH or something. I think the problem also was with him is that he got injured quite a lot.
Vince doesn't like, but they've. We'll bring up Samoa Joe in a minute because I imagine he's on this friggin' list. Leon Ruff.
Again, he's one of those up and comers that just isn't going to go anywhere now, thanks to they just getting rid of him.
I don't know who this is. Desmond Troy.
I don't know either, to be honest.
I'm not going to. I know Leon Ruff. I knew who Bobby Fish is. I know who Bronson Reed is. Not got a clue who that is. Tyler Rush. Or Rush? Rust? Tyler Rust? Like, a lot of the NXT I don't know. Like, I can't say I'm a massive fan. Like, I do watch NXT sometimes, but I'm not a die-hard NXT fan. Jake
I used
Atlas.
to watch it a lot because I think we spoke about it a bit, but
I used to love it. I used to love it.
The problem with it now is because they changed it to how you can watch it, and you have to have like different services and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I want to watch it, but you make it so darn difficult to enjoy it.
Yeah, you can't watch it live yet because they've done the rights to
Changed the
BT.
network, yeah.
To BT, so now you have to wait till like fucking Friday, and then like by that point you're like, well, everybody's tweeted out about it.
Yeah.
Jake Atlas.
I think he was another up and comer that they were building up, and he appeared on like different brands and stuff. And again, it's going to be a common theme of all these names that we've mentioned, but it's just a shame, really.
This is a missed opportunity by Vince McMahon, who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Mercedes Martinez.
She
What I said
is
of her was good.
Very good wrestler. Yeah. I just hate the fact that they put her on Retribution because that made no sense.
Ashley Hale.
I don't think I know much about this one.
No, neither do I. Gain Zajana. I'm guessing these are the ones they signed from India, and now they've just let them go. Like the people, like the publicity stunt's now over. Piss off. You know what I mean? Like Zakarita. I'm guessing that's some. I botched his name, but like what? Like it's Zecharariah.
Yeah.
Like I
Is
speak
any
English.
is any of that jump out, or do you just want to read them all out?
Oh no, I'm going through them all. Conson Reeves, Sterling. We'll nail the fucking them because like generally I don't know who half of them are, and I'm not gonna care. Ric Flair,
The
legend.
it is what it is with people like Ric Flair.
Apparently it was a mutual split though. Apparently it was like was no hard feelings between it.
That doesn't surprise me really.
Because he was talking about WWE and Charlotte Flair the other day on in an in-ring promo. This is the one that's going to be a big debate. Bray Wyatt.
I don't know if, like quite myself, I don't know all the things that went into it. I think a lot of it might have been creative, and the fact that obviously you can't really talk about merch in terms of it was probably done. Some of it was probably done a while ago, but I don't know if you saw that they've done like a themed Christmas Funko Pop and like some other T-shirts and stuff. I was like, as much as merch is different, and that if it's been done a while ago, you can't really change it, and it's in place. Like unless it's specific, where there's terms where they just can't swear cancel. That's money that they just flat out lose.
Yeah.
But with Bray Wyatt, if I can say about all, like compared to all these other wrestlers, I reckon he's the one person that even though I don't want him to go to AEW, I think he should just like pursue other things and go to somewhere that people wouldn't expect him to go.
New Japan.
Hell, I'd prefer him to go to New Japan or maybe even Impact. Go to Impact to then go to New Japan from there, if that makes sense.
The rumour is Braun Strowman's going to... We've not talked about Braun Strowman, he's probably on the list, but Braun Strowman apparently is linked with Impact Wrestling.
That could be interesting.
So, Arko Rusev, or Anroko... I'm going to botch most of the names, because, like, unless you hear them regularly, like, unless, like, freaking, well, Marina Shafin, I'm guessing that's...
Marina Shafir, yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's from India. No?
I'm not sure.
Is that not the woman from India? I don't know. Killian Dane was quite a surprise. I'm surprised. I feel like they're going to let Nikki Cross go on me. With her losing to Charlotte Flair, I feel like Nikki's asked for a release after Killian got fired.
Maybe.
I might be totally fucking wrong, but like, yeah, Adam Cole's apparently not re-signing with WWE, by the way.
No, he's not.
I feel like Kyle O'Reilly's going to be next out. I honestly do. I feel like Kyle O'Reilly's like putting a brave face on, but I think Kyle O'Reilly's done as well. I feel like they've had a good time in WWE, but I feel like they want to move to AEW. And I feel like you're going to... Bobby Fish can't... Like, because Kyle O'Reilly can't have that long. Because they all signed around about the same time, didn't they? Realistically. Because he came in as the Undisputed Era, didn't they? So... this is one I know who he is, but I generally don't care. Tyon Sabatelli.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he wasn't he the one who was in that NXT when they did the backstage, like went down to NXT before Enzo and Cass was moved up. Wasn't he in at that point as well?
I think he might have been. I'm not sure.
He's done well.
Some of these names I just completely forget about.
The Bollywood Boys.
I think that was a definitely shame that they didn't stick it around.
Kurt Sterling or Sterling. I don't know who he is. Unless it's Kurt Hawkins, not Kurt Hawkins. It's not Mr. Perfect's so he's been fired, but he was fired ages ago, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought of that, so it might be. Fandango and Tyler Breeze? Or Breezango, as they're called?
I think it's a massive shame, especially if you like watching Xavier Woods' YouTube, because you never know, they might be really restrictive and say, "Oh no, they can't appear."
No,
right
I feel like Xavier Tom won't kiss his ass. Like I really do. Like the friends outside of WWE, and I feel like he might tell him pay off for that, or they might have signed him to like a just a YouTube deal. I don't know. There'll be a way around there. NXT 205 guys. Because I feel like there's two of them. Arya Devane and Tony Nese. It ran its course. 205 ran its course. Like, it was hyped when like the Cruiserweight first kicked off, and then it died.
See, I don't know what to think about it all, because and the reason why I say that is because 205 Live was a show that they were hoping to be really successful. And the problem is, they've kind of done themselves in. Because they've not promoted it enough, and again, it was the WWE Network. They should have worked on that a lot more, because how to put it? Like, obviously, WWE Network only really exists
on
outside
Hulu now.
Of America. Yeah, like outside of America and stuff. Like, because we still have the network, but I don't know about you. I cancelled it, and I've got the AEW thinks it's cheaper.
To be honest, I've not bought AEW and I've not bought WWE because I've not enjoyed watching wrestling. So I sort of just cancel it all. And when I get to, because like I feel like because I've been like with WWE for the last 2 years, it's been going down, and I feel like I need to like cleanse my palate before I start watching AEW, because I'm gonna have a salty taste in my mouth from WWE. So like I'm trying to cleanse my palate before I watch AEW. August Gray, I don't know who that is. Chase Parker, I've not got a clue who that is. Matt Martinell, don't know who that is. Braun Strowman.
I'm surprised that they let him go, because there was a lot of money on his contract, and it's one of their only wrestlers where they've like done a lot with him, and he's been there a while.
I feel like they said it was budget cost because he was the most paid. Like, I feel like they didn't know what to do with him anymore. Like,
Yeah, I can understand that.
they give him like the world on a plate when they made him fight the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and he flopped like a fish out of water. And then like, other than being really strong, Braun's crap on the mic. No offense to Braun, he's good. He's impressive as a wrestler, but like actual voice work, if you look at his promos, they're just not the best. And there's better wrestlers who do better jobs at promos. And Vince is all about the package deal, and Braun doesn't have the package deal at the minute. So maybe that's why he's fighting. Maybe he's hoping he'll go to Impact, do some promo work down at Impact, because Impact don't care.
And
they'll take whatever they want,
sort of
and then re-sign him to the... Maybe that's the way he's gone. I don't know. Aleister Black wanted his release, so it's not really a surprise that he went. I don't feel like it was. Was it a surprise to you?
Not really. I think he needed it out, and that was the best way for him, I guess.
Yeah, Ruby Riott. I was quite surprised about Ruby Riott because of like the Riot Squad. Like the Riot Squad would actually coming like back with a bit of fury, and then they fired Ruby Riott. And I'm like, now what's Liv meant to do? Because like you fired two of the people who she works with.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like, I think I found it interesting what somebody said. They said, surely somebody like Liv needs to win the Royal Rumble now for it to really get anywhere.
Yeah, most likely. Lana. Do you know what? If it'd been 4 years ago, I would have fucking clapped at WWE and said, you've done a brilliant thing. The last year, Lana proved that she's a wrestler. Like, in ring and out of ring, you know what I mean? And like,
I think that the problem is like you've already got
too many blondes.
You've already got Miro that's already told the former Rusev. You've already got Miro like apparently at some point mentioned her, but I think she more is good for just being like a manager or something, because if her heart's not actually in wrestling, there's no point in her being forced into thinking she's got to keep doing it.
No, she was really into wrestling. Like, that's why she wanted work on it, and that's why she was working with Nata. And then they just let her go. It made no sense. Like, she put on like the best show ever at WrestleMania, and that she invited Rusev, and Rusev was so proud of it. Or whatever is going on now. Like, she invites Rusev. Rusev's so proud of her, and like did Instagramming about her. Maybe it was the Instagram at WrestleMania. They didn't like that. Rusev was like proud of his wife. But what do you want him to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Tell her to fuck off, sort of thing.
Do you know what I mean? Was she not meant to invite her husband because he's in a different company? It doesn't work that way, Vince. Get over it. Buddy Murphy.
I think there was some weird things happening on Twitter with some pictures that he tried to tweet out that were seen in the wrong way when this happened. But I think it could be quite interesting if he gets picked up and all this backlash.
Impact.
Yeah, I think that could be quite well.
The rumour is Buddy Murphy and Braun Strowman's linked with Impact. That's the rumour. If it happens, different scenario. Santana Garrett.
Yeah, Santana Garrett. I think I'd like her to go to have an Impact or like NWA sort of thing.
Do you know what? I hope Daniel Bryan goes to AEW. I'm just going to throw it out there because he needs it. I feel like he's not done with wrestling, and I feel like Vince wasn't using him properly. I feel like he could be a proper like badass like babyface champion, and he just wasn't getting that. Stephanie Smith, is that the new NXT women that they wrestled? Referee? Is that not the first women referee?
I'm not sure myself, to be honest, on that one.
Because it says NXT referee at the side of her name. So I'm guessing that's the first female. If that's true, Vince, you've lost the fucking plot, kid. Jojo got probably released at the same time as Bray.
Yeah, she got released a while ago. Like, it was just not mentioned.
Jeff Jarrett?
I don't think it really matters too much. I don't think he's really bothered.
Canon Camara? He was a senior vice president of talent development, apparently. Kino Mobile, he was a Raw writer. Tom Phillips was a surprise. Tom Phillips does such a good job as a fucking ring announcer.
Yeah, he does.
And like commentator, it's ridiculous. Aiden Verkery. I don't know who that is. Is that Aiden English? But his actual proper name.
Aiden English has been gone ages. He's in TNA.
I know, but like it was obviously a commentator, wasn't it? Is that no who they're on about? Susan, isn't that who got the that Susan Levering or whatever her name is? Isn't that who got the Warrior Award for like under like 2 years ago or something like that? For like everything she does backstage or some shit like that. Dan Humphrey. I could go through all these, but nobody's gonna know who that. Drake Young or Drake Wesley got fired. Referee. A lot of referees got released. I'm not going to talk through them because I don't know half of them. But like, sorry to all you guys who lost your jobs because that Vince doesn't know what the fuck he's doing half the time. Right, let's go on to the last bit of the podcast. Wrestlers we'd love to have on the podcast. I'll let you go first, Ryan. Name 5.
Well, I'm going to name 2 first that I know I'd like to, but probably will never, and that's Daniel Bryan and CM Punk.
Do you know what? I didn't have him on my list. I'm glad you did. But yeah, I agree. Right, go on.
Just because he's been one of my wrestlers that I just like to watch, and I think he got a bit of. I think he's now a heel, and it's interesting that he's doing more stuff. Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, I think that would be pretty good.
Yep.
Another one that's equally unlikely, Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
Just because he's just one of those wrestlers that over time, I think he's just got better and better, and I think it's quite inspirational how all the elite, like all that little group, managed to prove everybody wrong and actually made the company with Tony Khan and that, and actually made AEW, and it's proven to be a success so far from what I've seen.
Shout out to them all.
Yeah, shout out to them all. How many is that? Is that 3 or 4? I think it's 4.
4.
And then my other one would have to be one of my all-time favourites. It'd have to be either Sting or AJ Styles. They're both.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I was going to say you didn't hit any of man. In the last one, you nailed 2 of the swats. I had obviously AJ Styles was number 5. Sting was 3. I'm gonna do some that like you're totally probably not gonna agree with. Ricochet being 1.
Oh, that could be pretty cool.
Because I want to know how the fuck he pulls it off. To be honest, not like I don't want it in depth. I just want to know how he pulls it off. Because like holy shit, like some of the stuff he pulls off, like how he's not broke his neck in 7 places is beyond me. Like, did you see the fall when he was in NXT? Like off the ladder, insane. Like he caught himself and then bounced himself in like 2 seconds. Ow! Like he fell off a ladder. Madness. Taylor Hendricks. The only reason I went right, Ryan's gonna think it's because it's a woman. No, it's not. I actually had a conversation with Taylor Hendricks on Twitter, and I feel like it should be a good laugh to have, personally.
I think it's a good thing that you've actually mentioned some females, because I completely forgot of one.
You biased pig. Fucking hell, I need to cut myself. I've not put one on it. I've not.
If I had to name 2 females off the top of my head, it would be Paige and Britt Baker.
Right, if you do Paige, you're doing it on your own, because I will make jokes about something that we shouldn't bring up. So you do Paige on your own. I'll do the other one with you. Paige, you're doing on your own. I've just seen the thing that I shouldn't have seen, so like it's going to come up in my head. It'll be like a playing movie in my background.
Who else were you thinking of?
Right, I've got one that I didn't write down. Edge was number 4 for me.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Rated R Superstar fan, and that's why. The other one I would have added, and I've spoke to him on Twitter, is Justin Gabriel. Not now called Justin Gabriel. I tweeted out to him. I had really good banter with him on Twitter, and I feel like he'd be a lovely guy to have a podcast with. Like, generally, because he is quite nice and bubbly and down to earth, and that'd be lovely for having a podcast. So I'm going to add him, even though he wasn't on my list.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's funny that you say about Edge, because I think I just completely forgot. With all because I wanted to think of younger names to try and get their perspective and stuff. But all of them are very unlikely for what I can think of.
Yeah,
and I actually managed to get Edge's Funko Pop recently.
Oh, I got his signed out. No, it wasn't. It was I got Kurt Angle's signed autograph from WWE 2K21. That's who I got.
That's pretty cool.
You know what the thing is? Like, I was glad it wasn't Ray, because I already had a signed autograph for Ray. There was a chance I was gonna get Ray, and I was like, please don't give me Ray, please. Like, I've got Ray's like in a photo frame, and I don't want it. You know what I mean? It was the one time I didn't want Ray's signature. But yeah, no, I feel like the only person like probably is more likely to do it is Taylor Hendricks, just on the off chance because Taylor Hendricks like seems to.
Doesn't she interact with fans quite a lot?
Yeah, that's the only reason I'd say Taylor Hendricks is most likely to do the podcast with us. And it's because she's such a nice, lovely person in general. Like, she posts out every day and everything. I feel like Taylor Hendricks would be the most likely. I feel like Ricochet would be, like, next, probably most likely with Justin Gabriel. Yours were quite big names, so, like, I feel like it'd be a lot harder to get yours on the pod. Like, Sting and AJ, never going to happen. Like, never in the memory of man going to happen. Edge, probably in the same bracket, never going to happen. Unless, like, Edge listens to this podcast, and if you want to hit us up on Twitter, feel free. We'll
maybe
have you
got to give us some good advice on how to do a good podcast.
Hey, yo, if you want to get Christian in as well, we'll get Gabriel, get Gangrel in as well. We'll do the blood brood before, after, and in between. No, I think Hendricks would be the most likely. Out of the fact 10 names, like 12 names we mentioned, Hendricks is most likely.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hendricks because like she's do you know what? She's just a generally lovely person, and like I feel like she'd probably have banter with it, and I feel like we could bounce back and forth with her. So I'd put Hendricks in there. Is there anybody else you would think we should add to the podcast? Didn't you say Ric Flair? No. I feel like Ric Flair would never do it. I feel like Ric Flair's so old that he'd never. No offense to Rick, but like I feel like Rick's too much of a legend.
I think, because I actually had an interaction with this person. It was a while ago.
You've had an interaction. Wait there. You've had an interaction with AJ Styles. I'm peeved at you.
Yeah, I actually met him in person before he debuted at the Royal Rumble.
I fucking hate. You know, there's the one time I hate because like Ryan walked out and admit this. Ryan sent me the picture just to piss me off. Like knowing we're both AJ Styles fans, and I'd obviously watched him in Impact with Ryan. He sent me the picture with a smug smile on his face, and I was like, I'm going to punch him. Like, it's the only time I've ever wanted to punch Ryan in the face. It was when he sent me that picture. I'm so fuming with you. But I got my payback on you because I went and watched him win the WWE Championship at fucking SmackDown, so kiss mine. I got my payback because I watched AJ Styles live. I should put that in there as like a trailer, but I'm not going to. I was at the live event with when AJ won his belt for was it the second time that? Or first? Was it first or second? He beat Gender.
Sure, no.
I think it was his second. I think he'd already won it, but then he lost it, and then he beat Gender. Me and Paddy's like, it's going to be a really good match, but AJ, there's no chance AJ's winning because it's in the UK. And then when that, like, I think because obviously Paddy wrestles. Paddy was like, nah, it's not ending yet. Paddy's like, it's not going to end yet. It's not going to end yet. And then when he went for the forearm, Paddy's like, this is the ending, this. And I was like, shut up. And then he hit the elbow and he went 1, 2, 3 and was like, yeah! The room just exploded. It was awesome. Like, that's the one thing I'll take away from watching WWE, was that was the greatest probably moment of my life watching that. Because, like, it was the nostalgia child coming back out in me watching AJ win a belt in WWE. Because I feel like AJ should have been in WWE when he was younger. But nostalgia. Anybody else you want to add to the list of never going to happen, but we'd love to have them as wrestlers?
Yeah, like I was just saying, Zelina Vega spoke to her about I think it's Mortal Kombat or something. And then I thought, it'd be nice to actually get her and Aleister Black on the same one, or Malachi Black now.
Oh, man.
Because it'd be good to, hear their different experiences in wrestling and stuff.
Do you know what? It's probably more likely, if you paid Zelina enough money for it, she'd do it. Like, no, I don't know how much we'd have to pay it. I feel like we could get Zelina to do it. I'd love Zelina Vega because I feel like Zelina Vega and Aleister Black are just so down to earth that like we're quite down to earth people, me and Ryan, and I feel like it'd be like the banter would be unreal. I'll tell you what, we'll add one question. Who would you add if you was going to pick a YouTuber? 5 YouTubers. We'll add a question because I was going to add it in a different podcast, but while we've got time, I'll add it.
Well, the first one is probably on both of our lists. I'd probably say it'd be good to actually speak to KSI ourselves.
Yes, I'll give you a rap. That was number 1 on my list. I'd love it. You know what? He's got down to earth in his banter.
Yeah, I can see why some people say certain things about him, like that they think he's a bit cocky in some of his songs. But when you sometimes, I know it's a stereotypical thing to say, but when you're that good, sometimes you got to be a bit.
Oh, you got to show your peacock a little bit, yeah.
Like, you've got to be like, well, yeah, I've works my craft and
I'll tell you
my
what,
workshops.
I'm going to nail all seven. I'd love to have any of the Sidemen. I'm going to swap the KSI and just going to put any Sidemen. Because I feel like
Yeah.
Bazinga, you could have a joke with Bazinga. I feel like you could have one with Vic. You could have one with... Like, most of them are quite down to earth. Zerka would be a bit, like... I wouldn't say boring, but I feel like he'd get on with us because I'm quite old in comparison to Zerka. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm guessing you've watched quite a lot of their videos, but he's actually about the same age as all of them. Like they're all about the same age.
Yeah, they're all like 28. Like
They just
Zerka's
always joke that he looks older than the rest of them.
Yeah, because he's got grey hairs. So I've not got Zerka. I'm going to throw it out there if you're listening. I ain't got grey hairs, bro, and I'm 3 years old, and you kiss it. I've still not had a grey hair, and I'm fucking 31 this year. I'll take it. I still look younger than Zerka. I'll take it. No, I feel like Sidemen would be up there. I feel like, I don't know. Well, we've got a couple of YouTubers coming on anyway. We've got Ed, who has done... No, Ed's never done YouTube, has he?
No, I just uploaded a couple of videos for him to watch.
So Ed, we've got Nathan, who's a friend of mine. We might be doing PPF at some point, because I get on with PPF, and he's American, so that'd be nice to have a bit of banter with the Yanks, as they would say. But I feel like, yeah, mainly just... It would either... I tell you who would be there... would be up there, but it's quite... It's like KSI. It's the likelihood of it happening is very short-lived. What's his picking name now? Deja. I'd love it. You know what? Because do you know what? Deja, I feel like you could... Right, I could do a full podcast on Deja. Like, I feel like... Deja could fight if you put the effort in, but like, because he's a lazy shite, is that he just doesn't do it. No offense, Dej, but it is what it is. Like, I feel like I could drum it into him. I feel like I could get in shape and probably whoop Dej's ass because he can't be asked, you know what I mean? Oh well. I'm going to get so much shite at comment section for that, or there's going to be... Dej is going to get tweeted out and then I'm going to get a video off to fucking Dej, but I don't care. I've said it now. Yeah, Ryan's like, I am avoiding that subject. Carry on. I'm so going to get it. Anyway, anything else you want to add, Ryan, to the third episode of the podcast?
I think ultimately, that's a bit. I'll shout out to two YouTubers. One of them you definitely know, one of them you probably won't. Because he's an influence to a lot of people, and I'm sure he hears this sort of thing all the time. But you know, he's done it for like years. But PewDiePie is a big influence on a lot of people's positivity, as well as Jacksepticeye. They're both like similar personalities.
You'd be wrong.
You've heard of both of them, right?
I've heard of him. I wouldn't say I've ever watched PewDiePie. I'm going to throw it out there. I've never watched PewDiePie. Ever. Like, I don't get it, so... I've listened to his song and don't get it, so... Anyway, who's your next one?
I mentioned both of them two at the same time, because they're both, like, quite similar.
I'll tell you who we should add to the list, because, like, he has got some cracking business sense. Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Mr. Beast could be a big pickup. Like, obviously...
My other one was Kid Icarus, who does like load of gaming stuff.
The thing is, if we had any of them on here, the podcast would blow up. But I don't mind if it doesn't blow up. It doesn't blow up. But you know, like if you get like KSI and you put KSI as the title, it will blow up. If you put Mr. Beast in a title, it will blow up. If you put a wrestler in the podcast, any wrestler, it could be someone who's like lower end of like AEW, like I don't know, Jungle Boy. It's gonna blow up because like people just watch like certain things, like it just blows. But it's one of those. We love what we do and we enjoy the podcast. So if it blows up, it blows up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And shout out to the 3 people who downloaded just the preview. Shout out. I did see it. It is episode 3, but I seen it. One was from Ireland, one was from America, and I can't remember who the third one was. Wasn't it like Germany or fucking Belgium?
I don't know. I don't think you've had a chance to actually mention it to me yet.
No, I did. I sent you the screenshot of the 2 people. Apparently I downloaded it. That's bollocks because I never downloaded. I uploaded it. I never downloaded it. Apparently I downloaded the podcast. I think it's also crap. I never did. And then because it said my hometown, I was like, well, that's me. Unless there's someone in St. Anne's linking. Anyway, yeah. I feel like shout out to you 3 anyway for being just literally on the ball, and shout out to the TikTokers who watched 190 people watched the friggin' 2-minute trailer we did the other day, or 1-minute trailer, whatever it was. Shout out to you 190 people who watched it. And if you're here in the podcast, give us a shout out or give us a tweet and we'll give you a like or a positive message. We'll figure some positive messages. Is that it, Ryan? Anything you want to add?
No, that's it for that, mate.
Right, I will do my outro, and then Ryan will do his outro, but we'll see you all very, very soon. I have been your host, GSA Wrestling.
And I have been your co-host, Ryan Iconic Shadows. And we do hope you have a good day.
And we'll see you all in a bit.
Bye.
Did you enjoy our little chat? If so, why not drop a like? And if you want to see more, why not hit the subscribe button?